Hi and welcome in this video. Today I talk about this tiny drone, the DJI MAVIC Pro, why I love and hate it. You might say, oh, DJI MAVIC is quite old, but a lot of people are interested in the old MAVIC Pro because it's not that expensive anymore. And there's a new MAVIC out, the MAVIC Air, but it's different, it's tinier and other stuff is included. So you might be interested in the future in the DJI MAVIC Pro. I give you my experiences about this camera. I have it now, or about this drone and camera. I have it now for about 7 months, I think, and it's maybe 1 year old. And I bought this camera 7 months ago because usually I would not recommend to buy DJI product when they come out. I had several DJI drones, I had the Ronin and stuff, and those products, I don't know why they do it. They are buggy when they come out and they update, and then maybe after some month they start to work, and that's a big issue, I would say, for a lot of people. But anyway, I will talk about why I love and hate it, not only why I hate this drone, because actually it's a quite cool drone, but it has some issues. Before I bought the DJI MAVIC, I had the DJI Phantom 3 Professional. Before that I had the Phantom 2, and it was a huge jump from the Phantom 2 to the 3, especially the 3 Professional. Quite good quality, very stable, not buggy at all. I was very satisfied with that drone. That's why I thought the MAVIC would be even more amazing, and the most argument why I bought this drone was it's small. It's small and the quality should be good as well, and it should be more stable. It had that object avoidance thing and stuff. I jumped the Phantom 4. I was not interested in that because I was, as I mentioned, very satisfied with the 3. So I bought it because of the size, and the size is quite amazing, and that's why I love this tiny little drone thing, because you can just unfold it and fold it very fast, and that's why it's great for traveling or for just walking or hiking or anything, because everything, even the remote and everything, fits in that tiny box or sack, and that's quite amazing. What I like as well is that you adjust your phone from the bottom to the remote. The remote control itself is pretty small as well. It looks pretty cool designed and everything. It's quite a cool concept, and I was really looking forward to use that drone. I bought it before I went on a longer camper trip through Sweden and through Norway, and I wanted to fly through the mountains of Norway, fjords and all the good stuff, film my camper. This is my pickup, and we had like a big cabin on the back and went with that going camping. And I wanted to film the whole scenario from the air, from nice perspectives and everything, and of course as well take photos, but not with a big backpack and everything with the Phantom 3, but with a small tiny camera. So I did not tested the MAVIC much before, and I went on the trip, and then the first issues started to come up. The first issue was that cable, because there is a cable with the MAVIC, and it's usually attached somewhere here and then goes inside, so a very small cable. And the cable always gave me issues. When I was flying with that drone, the drone was maybe going for 1 meter high or 2 meters high, and then the connection failed. And that was very, very dissatisfying. So I did not know where the problem was. I updated the app and I checked everything. Before I went on the trip, I of course updated the firmware of everything, so that should be fine, I thought. And then I just tried to switch cables, and then actually it works. So it must have been some issue with the cable. So whenever you have that issue, try to switch the cable, and I just took the normal iPhone charging cable and put it inside the remote and inside the phone, and then the error never occurs again. Then next thing, I was flying with that drone, and usually when I fly with that, I put my image to HD 50 frames. Why? Because with a 3 Professional it was no problem. I film on 50 frames, HD, image looks good. And 50 frames are always good when you fly with a drone, because you can do some nice slow motion stuff. You have more frames available. And when you want to make it faster, you can make it faster. But when you want to make it slower, you can make it slower. But with this DJI MAVIC Pro, it's a mess. Because 50 frames, what I read after I was filming like 3 days with that thing in 50 frames and looking at the footage and thought, why does it look so bad? What is that for image quality? It's worse than from my iPhone. And then I read, yeah, because HD 50 frames is very bad at the MAVIC. but normal 25 or 30 frames is pretty good. Why? Why do you have 50 frames when it's bad quality? And why is there not a warning or anything when it's bad quality? I was really pissed because I could not reproduce that material. You film it and you travel and you go there once. Maybe once in a lifetime. And you film that because you don't know that it's 50 frames bullshit quality, and then you're really upset. So I read that after that somewhere in the internet in some DJI forums or anything, and then I changed everything to 4K, and I just said, okay, then when I film 30 frames I can film 4K anyway. Then fixing these two issues during the camper trip, I had no problems during that trip. It was in June, I think, June 2017, and everything worked fine. It was quite cool, it's pretty fast, it's going good, the gimbal is nice, you can get very nice footage. The image quality of the camera as well when photographing is pretty cool, so I could take some nice photos as well. But then the next hate thing started, and it was in October 2017, and I was picking out the drone. We were filming Jaworskyj around the world. Maybe you've seen the episode here on this YouTube channel. It's about the most beautiful landscapes in Germany. It's a documentary, me photographing that spots, explaining stuff, 50 minutes documentary. Yeah, quite a lot of work that we've done in that project. Check it out if you haven't. And we wanted to do some extra scenes with the Mavic, just filming some driving scenes and some treetops and stuff. And I wanted to fly with the drone, and I did not change anything. And suddenly it said, no, you have to update, because when you're not updating, you only can fly 30 meters high. And I thought, what the fuck? So why? Where should I update it now? I'm in the middle of nowhere. Why should I update it? I did not change anything. Why should I? So it worked. Why should I update it? So I could not fly until I updated. So we had to go from the remote place back to civilization and get a fast internet connection and then update that thing. And whoever wanted to try updating the DJI MAVIC Pro knows it's a freaking mess. The first time I wanted to update it, it took 5 attempts that it actually worked. And when I updated this thing, I thought, okay, I go to toilet, and while I go to toilet, this thing might be updated. So it's just a quick stop, and then we go back to the remote place and actually start filming, because it's a waste and a money waste if we can't film. So I updated that thing with the internet connection, and guess how long it took? 40 freaking 5 minutes till that thing was updated. So the whole crew, everybody had to wait for 45 minutes till we could fly again, till this thing was updated. And then it worked again. But always a mess. And now you can actually go skip firmware update. But this firmware update you could not skip, even though I was just doing whatever I was doing. So that was quite a mess as well. I don't know where the issue was. Maybe it was some regulations or some whatever, but it's a mess that you force people, and you have a product and you may be traveling or somewhere out and you just can't fly. You can't use your product anymore because somebody said, you have to update. And the update takes 45 minutes. It's just stupid, but whatever. What I really like about this camera, and if you're thinking about buying this camera, is or this drone, is it's small. When the firmware works, it works. The app crashes quite a lot. The DJI 4Go or Go 4, whatever it's called, is not the most stable app with my iPhone. When you have the issues with the connection, change the cable. I'm satisfied, so I love, but I also hated this drone a lot, especially in 2017. Now in the last month there were no big issues with that thing. Flying is cool, everything is cool. When you know that with the image quality it's cool. So keep that in mind, and I hope that video helped you when you're thinking about buying that thing or using that thing. Maybe you did not even know and you always thought about, oh, why is my footage looking like it was noise reduction on level 100, 2 times adjusted on my image, because that's what it looks like. It's not sharp, it's just a blurry freaking image. Oh, I did not talk about blurriness. You have to adjust the autofocus all the time, and that's a mess as well, because when I fly with a drone, I'm on infinity. I don't do close-up shots, so why is there an autofocus anyway? So I don't get it. So once it happens to me, I flied and I did not tap on the freaking button to pull the focus actually, because why should I pull the focus? It's manual, it's on infinity. But yeah, it was not. So everything was slightly out of focus. And on that small screen, you don't see it on the iPhone. Quick commercial. If you want to learn more about filmmaking, about photography, check out learnfromben.com. This is my website, and there you find download courses for your computer. You can watch as often as you want and learn some nice stuff about landscape photography, filmmaking, image editing, everything. Learnfromben.com. What are your experiences with the DJI MAVIC Pro? Write it in the comments below. Am I the only person that had those issues? Or do you as well had some issues? And why do you, of course, it's not only a rant video, why do you love it as well? Because I love it as well, but it's love-hate. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.